everybody. Welcome to 2019. It is me, Stella Wilde. I am here with your January Horoscopes. Very excited to get into this month's energies. There is a lot of energy to work with. That's almost too much to go into for just one tarot reading. So please, I have put together a monthly horoscope column, so please do check that out. I will leave the link in the description. It's on my website. It's a written horoscope for each sun sign, including some general energy information you'll want to know. So if you're into astrology, you might want to check that out. Also, I am offering a year ahead tarot reading. It's a 20-minute reading that gets into your personal energies for the year ahead. And you can book that on my website. I am still doing regular tarot readings for the month of January as well. So if you have a personal concern, please do book a reading with me. And finally, I have put on sale the Jupiter in Sagittarius Luck and Opportunity Forecasts. These are a minimum half-hour long readings, plus you get a transit calendar with that and some other stuff. So you might want to check that out. It's great, very easy to access, and you have access to it for the entire year. So it's not just like you watch it and then you don't ever get to see it again. You just have to create, once you purchase it, you create a little account on the on my website, and then you can log in and watch it as many times as you want. And that's true for the video products that I sell on the website. So that is something that you might be interested in. So the way I'm going to do the readings this month is I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross as usual. For some of you who have been watching for a while, thank you. You know that I kind of tune in and I wait till I hear what my spirit guides kind of want me to do. And they're telling me I need to use this deck, my very powerful Rider-Waite deck, and do a Celtic cross for you all. And also, they are telling me to pull an angel answer card for everybody in answer to a question that you may have and or kind of a theme for your year ahead. So I am going to start with the sign that had the most views in the month of December, and then the second most views, third most views, etc. And that's the order I will do the readings and release them onto YouTube. The other thing is I would really appreciate it if you would like, comment, share, subscribe, because these messages have really been resonating with so many people, as I've seen every month through comments and also through private messages. And the more we can get the word out and help more people with the information, the better it is. So let's spread the love. Okay. All right, awesome. Thank you for your help with that. And let's get into the readings. Okay, Libra, you are first. You had the most views in the month of December. How exciting is that? So let's see what's going on for my Libras. I already have been shuffling quite a bit, so let me hold on. I didn't quite break right. And let's see what 2019 January is going to bring for my Libras. So the way I like to do a Celtic cross is I will lay it out, and then I kind of do kind of an energetic overview and see what we have here. And then I will, walk you through all of the cards. Okay. Well, very, very interesting. Wow. Wow. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 number ones here, which is tied into January's energy. January's energy is all about, with that Mars in Aries, with the 2 eclipses that we have, it's all about moving forward, initiating fresh starts, and that is exactly what I see here for you. You are coming out of a very toxic situation, Libra. You are leaving behind betrayal. You are leaving behind burdens. You are leaving behind, really, I mean, we could look at addictions, and you are, all of that is done. Like, you stepped into 2019, Libra, like 2018 is a memory from 20 years ago. Okay? Like, You're like so done, Libra, with 2018. Like the minute, like the little second hand went over into 2019 on the clock, like the minute it was like 12:02, 12, and then the seconds 02, you were like, that's it, 2018's over, boom. Whole new game, whole new show. That's exactly what is going on here for you. Now it's very interesting because there's still there's a little bit of unsettled energy, because I think it's kind of like you're making the decisions and then your heart will catch up with it. Okay, like it's like you're taking the action, you're taking the movement, like you are so over the bullshit that it's like you're kind of like, I'll process it later. I'll process it in my heart later. I just got to move on. All right, that's like the energy. And by the end of January, you are going to have a very nice happiness to celebrate. Now, I've written about this in my monthly horoscope, not for every sign, but it is something to take note of. On January 22nd, I believe it's the 22nd. Let me just consult my handy guide here. Yes, the 22nd, Venus is conjunct Jupiter, and that is happening in your third house. So there will be some sort of very nice lucky break that could happen for you in your kind of day-to-day existence. This could be something that changes up your daily routine in a very positive way. So because you have a beautiful card that you're ending on, the Nine of Cups. And it's because this card is influencing the outcome. It's because you're done. The Ten of Swords reversed is like, you're coming out of the betrayal. You're coming out of the, what's the word I want? Just the terrible situation, whatever it was that happened, and you're coming out of it. The dawn has come now, and you're coming out of it. But this is the card that's influencing this. It's because you took a stand, which I'll get to in a minute, that this is possible. So as usual, as I say with these readings, this is a general reading. So the cards here, which I'll show you in a second, they could be applicable to a love situation. They could be applicable to a work situation. Whatever the situation is, it's the idea that you really you took decisive action. We have this Ace of Wands here at the base of your reading, Libra. So you're just like, boom, I am moving on. And the reason I say that is because in the recent past, we have the Ten of Wands. So this is a card, this can be actual moving. And I wrote about that for Libra, actually, for January's horoscope. Go check it out. Okay. So you could be making the decision to move this month. And yeah, go read my horoscope. But if it's not a literal move, like moving home, relocating, this is just moving the hell on, because you are so done with being burdened by all these demands that, and I really feel it's probably the demands of some sort of addictive situation where you felt very trapped. So this could be, like I said, a work or a love relationship. And the reason I say that is because this is what's in the current situation, the Judgment card and the Devil. So this is wanting to be released from a very toxic, addictive situation in which you felt trapped, you felt chained, you couldn't escape. And this is about facing that and realizing it cannot go on any longer. That if you really want to have a new life, you have got to get rid of this. This is all like, I mean, look at this. This Ten of Wands, the burden of this addiction, this toxic, we don't often realize how toxic something is until we actually get out of it. And then we're out of it and we're like, oh my God, like how did I ever put up with that? Like, what was I thinking? right? But that's the thing. Like when we get in these toxic, addictive situations, it's like you're not thinking anymore. It's like some other programming, right, takes over. It's almost like you go on autopilot with whatever dysfunctions that you have from, that you haven't processed and dealt with in yourself yet. Whatever, dysfunctions, programming, whatever. And it's like you go on autopilot. So, but this is changing because this is at the base of your reading. This is decisive action. No more. No more. This is in the past. The current situation is breaking free of this. What is in the near future? This is a beautiful reading. Ace of Swords, cutting loose this bullshit. Okay, now, like I said, for every Libra, it's going to be different. This is general reading. So if this does not resonate exactly, watch for your rising, your moon, or your Venus sign. But this is, look at these beautiful, beautiful two aces of decisive action. Decisive action and decisive, I mean, this is your thoughts. This is your mind. But your mind is made up. But I feel like it's like you took the action first. And then your mind is like, yeah, this was really right. Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we do the action and then it takes us a little while for the rest of us to get caught up. Caught up to what we just did, So that's what I feel here. Like you had to just do it. You had to just say, screw you. Or whatever way you want to say that. Would Libras ever say like, screw you? They'd say it in a much, much nicer way. Aries would be like, screw you. But Libras would probably be like, I'm leaving now. Have a nice day. Libras, they're so sweet and nice on their good days when their scales are balanced. Okay, come on, Libra. I love you. I'm just teasing. Okay, but you know what I'm saying. You probably wouldn't say screw you. You might, but this is breaking free. This is cutting the cords of this toxic, burdensome, toxic relationship. Okay, situation, whatever it is. So it is coming for you. I mean, it's not coming for you, but it's coming that you are releasing yourself from this because I feel like you just had it. You just like I said, the moment it was 2019, boom, it was done. But here's where it gets really interesting. You're still processing because we have this card at the top of your reading, which is influencing the outcome. We have the Knight of Swords in your heart. We have the Page of Swords in your environment. And we have the Four of Swords upside down in your hope and your fear. So we have still all of this kind of unsettled energy that is still around. But again, because it's swords, it's more like your personal energy since swords are air and you're, an air sign ruled by air. So I feel like it's more in your heart, like you're questioning, did I really make the right decision? All right. Now, that's not to say you're going to backtrack. It's just that it's normal to kind of second guess ourselves when we make such a monumental decision to move on. Moving on is not easy. That's, it's not. And that's why I feel like, because you were dealing with such a toxic situation, Libra, you were just like, I just gotta like leave. Just have to leave. Like, I can't talk about it anymore. I can't rationalize it with this person. I just gotta go. And that's why, and I just gotta cut all contact, cut all cords, like it's done. But then after that happens, it's like you stop and you're like, whoa, what did I just do? Okay, so I feel like in your heart, they're second guessing, but you're not backtracking by any means. All right, I'm gonna pause, I'll be right back. I have to pause like every 10 minutes because my computer melts down if I don't do that. Okay, so in your environment is this Page of Swords upside down. I have to say, I think there's gonna be some gossip about what you've done. Now, that doesn't mean that you did the wrong thing, okay? You're in releasing yourself from this very toxic situation. It just means that people are going to gossip about it. People are going to be like, oh my God, Leah, how did Libra do that? Like, are they out of their effing minds? Like, really? How could they? And I feel like it's because of jealousy. You know, I mean, lots of times gossip is motivated by jealousy. And I feel like it's kind of like who's ever gossiping about you, they would probably like to be able to be doing the same thing in their lives, but they can't for whatever reason. They're stuck, and they're kind of like, you know, judging you for doing it, but it's because they want to do it themselves. They want to escape from some sort of toxic situation, but they don't have the balls to do it. But you did. You were just like, oh, hell no, I can't take it anymore. Like, I'm done. And so there's probably a little gossip that may reach your ears about, you know, this monumental decision that you've made and this action that you've taken. Particularly if this is leaving some sort of toxic work situation, there's going to be gossip. I don't feel, you know, it's hard to say with this reading because we don't have a lot of cups. The only cup I have is this outcome card, which is beautiful. But, you know, so that's what I'm saying. This reading could go either way. It could be about a love situation, especially, you know, but work situations can be toxic too. So, I mean, it really could go either way. So you'll take the message that resonates with you, Libra, if you feel like this relates more to your love or your work life. Your hope/fear is this Four Swords upside down. So this idea, like, am I going to be like really out of the loop, out of the, you know, especially if it's a work environment, am I going to be like out of the crew? Am I going to be out of the loop? Am I going to be out of, you know, the pulse, you know, the pulse of what goes on, if I leave, you know? So remember, this is hope/fear. So this is like, you know, this can be re-entering the world after an enforced timeout. But this I feel is, because this is the hope and the fear, this is more like, I feel like you're fearing, am I going to be out of the loop? Am I going to be disconnected? And you probably are. You probably are going to be disconnected, but that's a good thing. You want to be disconnected anyway. I think, again, it goes back to what's in your heart. It's kind of like, you know, you want to be disconnected because otherwise you wouldn't have taken this action, or this, you know, or this action. But it's still, again, that feeling of, did I do the right thing? What if I need those people in the future for a reference, or I need, you know, something? So there's just an element of that in it, but I don't think it's anything like major to even like worry about or think about, honestly. But this is very positive. It is possible, because with all of these, I mean, look at all of these ones we have here. Look at all of this. Okay, look at, so this is really initiating this fresh start. There could have been some sort of element of betrayal, again, whether it's work or love, and that is why you just said, as soon as 2019 hit, you're like, I'm done, because this came to light. This could have come to light in December. It could have come to light, you know, I'm feeling like around, actually really more around like New Year's, right around New Year's. So this could even, you know, energy's fluid. This could be bleeding into like the very beginning of January, so that when that eclipse hits, and also with that Uranus going direct the very next day after the eclipse on January 6th, you're just like done. So there could be news of a betrayal of, you know, some sort of corporate restructuring, corporate, you know, you don't get the promotion, somebody gets promoted over you, you find out the person's been cheating on you, and you thought you were exclusive. You know, it could, there's so many different ways that this could play out, but because it's upside down, I feel like you've had the inklings of it, you've had hints, you've kind of seen the writing on the wall, right? So it's not entirely surprising. And I also say that because of this in the recent past. Whatever this betrayal, whatever is the nature of this betrayal, you've been trying really hard to make it work. You've been trying to shoulder all the burden of making it work. And it just is not going to work. It's not going to work. And you know that. Because there is an element of feeling betrayed. And it could just be that you feel betrayed energetically, that there may not have been any cheating. I mean, maybe not. It could just be, like I said, energetically, you gave your all to it so hard. You know how sometimes like you just give your all to something, like you give everything you have, and it doesn't matter because for whatever reason, karma, destiny, the universe, whatever, it's not supposed to work out, right? So it could be that, like that type of situation that you're dealing with also. But what's beautiful here is this outcome card. This 9 of Cups here at the very end. You are making the right decision, Libra. You are making the right decision of taking this inspired, decisive action to cut away this toxic, to perhaps move away. You are going to be very happy. And, since we're doing this in January, I mean, we can look at this also a little bit as, especially this outcome card, perhaps, as a premonition in about 9 months. You're going to be quite happy indeed in 9 months. So by September, Libra, there will be some sort of wonderful wish, a personal wish of yours, because this is the wish fulfillment card that you've been wanting to manifest, and it manifests. And it is because, the reason it manifests is because you took the bold step to cut loose. It's beautiful. You will see this though also this month. Okay, you will. Probably around that Venus-Jupiter conjunction. Now that comes right after that eclipse that we have at 0 degrees Leo on January 21st. And that is probably going to be a little tender for a lot of people. But there's going to be some good stuff good stuff that percolates as well with that Venus-Jupiter conjunction the very next day after the eclipse. So, as I said before, something lovely will probably manifest for you in terms of your day-to-day life, because that conjunction is in your 3rd house in Sagittarius. And you can learn more about Jupiter's effect in Sagittarius on you personally, Libra, with my Jupiter in Libra forecast, which is available on my website. And it's on sale right now for only $9.97. It's really awesome. So you might want to check that out. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to pull an angel card. You can think of a question that you want the answer to. I don't know what that was. That you want the answer to. That was the cat doing something in the kitchen. That you want the answer to. We can look at this in relation to the reading we just did. So let's see what we get. Let's see. I always wait for one to kind of pop out, as you all may know from watching my videos. It's not quite there yet. Come on, what does my Libras need to know? Sometimes these cards are very powerful. Sometimes they come like flying at me. All right, come on, my Libras. All right, let's do this one. Okay, you got within the next few weeks. Yeah, so I feel like I was saying, I'm filming this on December 28th. I feel like right after. I feel like maybe like the 23rd I'm feeling for you on January 23rd. Something good. Okay, something very good is going to manifest, Libra. So, very good reading. Very good. Excited for you, Libra. Some excellent moving ahead. New start, new fresh starts. And it's because you're letting go some situations that are really just toxic. They're not right for you. So good on you, Libra. Good on you for doing that, because that is not easy, as we know. It's not easy. But you're doing it, and there's going to be a reward as a result. So awesome, Libra. I'd love to hear your comments and hear how this resonates for you and how it plays out for you in January 2019. Take care. I will see you next month. Stella Wilde, signing out.